picked up Emmanuel and we were just having a discussion about Ghana, and you was telling me about inflation and the currency, and you was comparing previous governments to this government,
Yeah.
and how he's reduced it. And are you a big fan of this? What's his name?
John Dramani Mahama is the new leader. So he's had quite an interesting journey to the presidency. He was a vice president to Ivan Tamils, who passed. So that automatically made him a president for 2 years. And then he ran after the 2 years because that's what was left. And he won. So that makes him 6 years. And then a new government took over from him, mainly because Ghanaians were not happy with the electricity issue and other things in the country. And that new government stayed in power for 8 years. And they did terribly. Like, it was just an eyesore. I personally voted that government because I believed so much in what they were preaching and what they were advocating, but it was a totally different thing when they came into power.
Okay, the previous government, which was who, sorry?
Akufo-Addo of the NPP, yeah.
Okay, and you voted, which is good. People have to participate.
Yeah.
You didn't like them. Now voting's
horrible.
come around again, and there's a new leader.
The new leader.
And you like them.
He's doing amazing.
Okay.
For the first time since I've known what running a government is, I think this is the first president we've had that we've seen change in the first 6 months. He was sworn in on the 7th of January this year.
Okay, wow.
And things have just gotten better every day. You hear something and you're like, okay, that's impressive.
Okay.
So when he came into power, a pound was 20 cedis.
20 cedis?
Yeah, now a pound is 13.8.
Okay. And what mechanisms has he done to change that?
It's just mainly making sure Ghanaians trade in cedis more, opposed to people were running businesses in dollars and other foreign currencies in Ghana. So that made the demand for foreign currencies increase. The government borrowing was massive. He has ensured that his government is not borrowing, just making sure he runs the country with the resources we have. One of our big exports is gold, and all the trade is done in the US dollars. So what he has done is he has created a gold board, which is a government body that is the only body that's permitted to export gold from Ghana. So no individual or no company can get gold without going through the gold board. So all that is just putting things to control how currencies run in Ghana.
Okay, so in context to a lot of the positives you've just explained, you're probably aware of the story with Burkina Faso and Ibrahim Traore.
Yeah.
So in context to what your leader's doing and Ibrahim, is there anything that you can... The circumstances are different. He's a captain and part of the military. So where I'm assuming Ghana has got a democracy. A legislative process. So circumstances are different. But what's your thoughts on Ibrahim?
I think, and this is my personal view, you can't save Africa with democracy. I might be wrong. But
okay. Isn't that what you've got in Ghana though?
Yeah. But even when the government is doing something for the benefit of Ghanaians, some Ghanaians fight against him. There's an issue with the communications minister now. A company called DSTV is overpricing their services in Ghana. The same services they give to other countries, Ghanaians pay way more. And the minister is saying if they don't reduce their prices, he's going to revoke their license. And I've seen so many Ghanaians on social media fighting against the minister, fighting for them. So it's a tough one. However, Traore has the backing of the whole country. Opposed to in the circumstance of Ghana, for instance, it's a two-party nation. Even though there are other parties, the main parties are two. So people can't see beyond politics. They would rather go in the interest of their party against in the interest of Ghana as a whole. And that makes it more challenging addressing issues in such places. Whereas Traore now has the whole nation backing him, so it's a lot easier. Our president is a big fan and he supports him. Burkina
he supports him?
Ghana.
Because I thought the main nations was, for example, Niger, Chad, Burkina Faso, there was because there's about 52 nations and not everyone's supporting him.
Ghana really supports him. Burkina, they don't have a port.
Okay, so
it's
that's good.
on the northern part of Ghana. So all the things they bring to Burkina run through our ports.
Okay, wow.
And our president has made sure that everything goes on smoothly, so they are able to function. So yeah, he has the support of our president and most Ghanaians.
Okay.
And we are proud and happy to see that there's a revolution going on. Just hoping it goes beyond the borders of Burkina and those Sahel states.
Okay, so one of the reasons, or one of the things with Abraham also is that multinationals, so even though, let's say, Nigeria or Burkina did have democracy or some form of independence, then you'd have multinationals who have influence indirectly. Same happens in Nigeria. That was happening in Burkina Faso. Traore fought against it. Is that also probably happening in many other countries?
It is.
Okay, and it's just something to be aware of and try and get autonomy?
I'm not sure about the autonomy, but the issue is there's different levels of the battles we are fighting to be free.
Okay.
And it's challenging because people barely agree on every aspect of things.
Life.
Yeah, so it's hard to get a unified front because you could have leaders of nations agree to a certain point and disagree when it gets to certain things. So that makes it more challenging. Like now, there's a little issue in Ghana where the Ghanaians are not happy with the Nigerians living in Ghana.
Okay, so this happened in South Africa at one point.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now they are asking that the Nigerians are forced out of Ghana.
Okay. Division again.
Yeah. So it makes it very difficult for us to have a unified front and understand each other and understand their purpose.
Sorry, Emmanuel, it's here or at the back, is it?
Where's the reception?
It is the walk-in, isn't it? Okay, yeah, so it's at the back. Yeah, no, it was a pleasure having your perspective in such a short time, and it was very informative. In respect to the division regards the Nigerians and the Ghanaians, hopefully there's a peaceful resolution, because for me unity is key.
100%, that's what we need.
There was a guy from, as you know, Nigeria, my next door neighbour is a professor, and he's calling for the division because of the largest tribes, Hausa, Yoruba and Igbo. So I had a guy in from Hausa and he's a big fan of Tinubu. But the point is, everyone's got different perspectives, and for me, I think unity has got to always 100%. Be the answer. Division gets us nowhere.
100%.
But yeah, no, it's a pleasure. Anything you want to say before we bring it to an end?
I'll just say, like you said, it just put me on the spot. This is a conversation I wasn't expecting to have, but I'm happy I was able to share my insights, and hopefully other people will do, and it's a conversation that will keep going.
Definitely. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you.